Hey there, well, just a regular person trying to figure out this whole faith thing. And, I've been thinking a lot about Abraham lately. You see, Abraham's story isn't just ancient history, it's a blueprint for how faith works, even today. God made Abraham a wild promise that he'd be the father of many nations. Now picture this. Abraham, old and gray, Sarah way past childbearing age. It seemed impossible. But here's the kicker. God didn't just see Abraham as he was, he saw what Abraham could become. And that's when it hit Abraham. He realized faith isn't about what we see, it's about trusting what God sees in us. In that moment, everything changed. Abraham really believed against all hope. And you know what? That faith, it counted as righteousness, not as good deeds, not as sacrifices, just pure faith. Now let's break this down a bit. What exactly did Abraham do? He heard God's promise, he considered his circumstances, and then he chose to believe anyway. It's like God was painting a picture of Abraham's future, and Abraham decided to step into that painting. And here's the wild part. As soon as Abraham believed, God started treating him as if the promise was already fulfilled. That's why the Bible says God calls things that are not as though they were. It's like God's operating in a different time zone, where your future is His present. So, what does this mean for us today? Well, it's pretty huge, actually. It means that faith isn't about ignoring reality. It's about choosing to see a greater reality, God's reality. Think about it. When God looks at you, He doesn't just see who you are now. He sees who you're becoming. He's calling you things that maybe you can't see yet. And just like Abraham, you have a choice. Will you believe it? Will you step into the painting God's creating of your life? It might seem impossible. Your circumstances might be screaming no way. But remember, that's exactly where Abraham was. So here's the million-dollar question. What impossible thing is God calling you? Maybe He's calling you forgiven when you feel unforgivable. Whatever it is, remember Abraham. Against all hope, believe in hope. Because that's what faith is, seeing yourself the way God sees you. It's not about what you can do. It's about what God can do through you when you believe. So go ahead, take that leap of faith. Embrace the impossible. And remember, this faith journey, it's not just for you. It's so you can be a blessing to others too. So once you've grasped this truth, share it. Let your faith inspire others to believe in the impossible too.